Live from the GSN studios in Grafton, West Virginia, it's The Huddle.
And hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us here today on The Huddle. It is the 4th of April, and today is the 18th episode. I'm Parker Bowler, joined as always by Noah Flea Foley. And we've got a great episode planned for you guys today. Last week, we sat down with Ruth Horn and Maddie Fryer and got their take on the Grafton High School softball season this year. And today, we have got some special guests joining us on the show from the GHS track team. But before we get into that, we are going to take a look at our weekly baseball update, Flea. And first of all, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, bro. How about you?
I'm good. It's a good time. Good time for sports here.
A little rainy out there.
Yeah, it's got some storm warnings here in West Virginia. But
hey, we had a fun night last night, dude.
Yeah,
Nick Farrell,
man.
And Stitch. Whoever Stitch is, man. What a guy.
What a guy. We'll talk about that in a minute because we had a good time with that. So, all right, let's jump in and let's take a look at some baseball stuff going on. So they played Preston County last night at Preston. It was a close game. Okay, it was a close game. The end of that one, it was 9-8. The Knights took that win. The Bearcats now moved to 7-4 on the season. And really, I've talked with a lot of people on the team. I've talked with head coach John Guz, and he has told me that the biggest thing that he has seen, the biggest issue has been throwing quality strikes and just not walking batters. I mean, that's something that has really been a problem for this team, is just walking so many people. And they've just struggled to find a quality pitching staff, I think.
Yeah, against Philippi, I mean, they're in their first inning. I'm pretty sure they did walk or at least hit their first 4 batters. So that's not what you want out of one of those big rivalry games like that. And they did lose that game 9-3. And their defense has been struggling in these last 4 games. But they're going to get it up. Baseball's one of those sports where you're either really hot at one time or really cold. Like they could get hot. When's their playoffs in May?
I think it's in May. Yeah,
they could get hot in May and make a run to Charleston. Man.
Yeah, and I think another thing too is how unexperienced this team is. There's a lot of young guys out there, and I think they're going to grow into that role a little more and become a better player overall with some higher IQ. But Coach Guz says that some positives that he has seen have been the aggressiveness at the plate. Batting is something that we didn't think was going to be great at the beginning of the year, but it's really proven otherwise. So I think that's something that's been a positive light for this team. And they've been putting a lot of balls in play offensively, just struggled to get any runs on bases and hits in the outfield and stuff like that. But he says that this team has not quit on a game, and he's proud of how they're playing so far. 7-4, it's still a good record, still a winning record.
That's a really good record. I mean, I bet no one expected them to have 7 wins right now in the season.
No, and as a new head coach coming in, it's going to take a while for you to get adjusted and to get your team adjusted to that as well. So they're definitely doing a great job, and I think things will get better for them. So.
Yep. There it is. Now looking at softball, they took on their Big Ten rivals, Philip Barber Colts. They won that game 7-1, and now they moved to 6-2 overall. And they're on par to make states, man. We talked to Eric Smith last night. He said they have a good shot to go to Charleston this year.
I think they do too, and looking at their region too, it's nothing that they cannot handle, I don't think. So definitely a real possibility there.
Yeah, and looking at hitting for this team, their strength has been Lily Crimp's pitching. I mean, she has done her job, you could say, for this softball team, and she's hitting over 500 with Chelsea Mahler as well. Hitting in the 500s for a bat sport, I don't think people actually realize how hard that is.
It's
to do.
Really hard. I think hitting a baseball might be one of the, or softball might be one of the hardest things to do. Baseball and softball, hitting anything like that. I mean, it's really tough.
Yeah, and like last week we sat down with the few softball players, had a good time with that. Go check out that for their take on the season. It was a good episode, yeah.
And I talked with Coach Chambers yesterday, and he told me that this team has played with consistency and confidence, which we've seen that. And this is a guy that he's got really high expectations for this team. He wants them to work hard and to prove themselves, and he's going to make them do that day in and day out, on and off the field. Really a great coach, and he feels very confident that this team is going to go far this year, and he's seen a lot of growth in some of the younger players too. So
yeah, and when we talked with Ruth and Maddie last week, they were really confident, man. Yeah, they had that confidence about them, like that they could go all the way to state.
And I think they 100% can. They just have to put their mindset to that, you know. So Coach Chambers feels good, and we feel good about that. So softball, you know, we'll cover some more of it hopefully.
Yep. Taking a look at tennis, girls have won 3 total matches so far. This is their first winning season they've had in a while. So
Tennis on the uprise, man.
tennis on the uprise, Coach Knight. We love you here at the Hudl, man.
He's doing a good job.
Yep.
We don't know. I talked to some people. I haven't really figured out much more about tennis. It's hard to get stats on tennis too because they don't really post a lot there on Max Preps. But hopefully we can sit down with some tennis players and talk about tennis because I'm curious. I really want to know.
I'm curious, dude.
I really want to know.
See, I can play pickleball, but not tennis, man.
Yeah, it's a whole different game. But all right. All right, so that's our coverage of that, and we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got track up next, so make sure you stay with us. Hey guys, Parker here. I want to tell you about my friends at the Keystone Realty Group. When you're looking for your dream home, time is of the essence. The North Central West Virginia real estate market moves very quickly, so you need an agent that has their finger on the pulse and keeps you in the know. Keystone Realty agents are responsive, honest, and will go the extra mile to get you the deal you want on the home you love. That's why Keystone Realty is the only group I trust for all your buying, selling, and renting needs. Conveniently located in the Middletown Commons in Fairmont, West Virginia, Keystone Realty is your key to home ownership. All right, welcome back in. Joining us from the Grafton High School track team are Keystone Realty special guests of the week, Jaxson Hall and Sophia Austin. Guys, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. So let's jump in. Tell me how you guys got involved in track and what events that you competed.
Go ahead.
Well, my dad is a distance runner, so I've been raised in that all my life. So I started with cross country in 7th grade, and then I did track my 8th grade year. And I'm involved in the 3200 primarily, but any given day you can catch me in the 1600, 800, 4x8 as well.
I just grew up playing sports, so 7th grade came around and decided to do track and just been doing it ever since. And I do the 1, 2, and the 4x4.
Okay. All right, and I know it's still early in the season. Boys have had 2 meets so far, and the girls have had 1. But judging by what you have seen, what are the expectations for the team this year, in your opinion?
We have a lot of expectations going into this year, having finished 4th place at the state meet last year. Having a lot of returners from that squad is definitely beneficial, but now we have a standard to uphold, and with these newcomers, I feel like they're just stepping up to the plate as well.
And you guys have maintained that standard as well.
Yes.
I feel like Grafton track has always been a staple, kind of. We've always competed well at meets and at states as well. So I think that's definitely a good goal to have. So.
And looking at the team overall, Jaxson, what do you guys think is your biggest team's weaknesses and strengths?
Our strength is definitely that we have so many returners. Like last season, this season from last season, we lost maybe 1 or 2 seniors, and that was really it. All of our relays and stuff that we had last year is just continuing to build on this year. Weaknesses is definitely our numbers. We just do not have very many people, when every event has the same, like every relay is made up primarily of the same people.
Mm-hmm. And Sophia, what about the girls' strengths and weaknesses for the team?
I think this year we've grown a lot in our depth, so not only recruiting freshmen, but also new sophomores, juniors, seniors, and they're getting their footing underneath of them as for weaknesses, but once they're good, I think we're going to rock and roll.
Okay. All right, Jaxson, I've got a question for you. You have PR'd in the last 2 meets you've competed in, placing 6 different times in 3 different events, counting the boys relay team. What has been your personal motivation for the season, and what is your goal for the end of the year this year?
This year definitely kind of just came as a culture shock when I saw those times getting so close to the school record. Mm-hmm. So that, like, obviously everybody's goal is to strive for a state title.
Yep.
But kind of a goal down from that this year is definitely going for that state record.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great goal to have.
And Sophia, you've only ran in one meet, so far this year, and you placed top 5 in the 3200. What is your end of the year goal, and what has been your motivation this year?
Yeah, as for goals, going sub 13 has been a big thing for me. In the 3200, I've gotten very close to that in the past 2 years, and going under would be just amazing. And qualifying for the state meet, obviously Jaxson said vying for a state title. Region 1 AA is notorious for being difficult to get out of individually or as in a relay as well. So being able to even qualify for the state meet out of the North is very impressive. As for my motivation for this season, I think doing it for a team is like a big thing for me. Even though you're out there sometimes running solo, you're thinking of the bigger picture and doing it for your teammates, the girls that you work with every single day.
Good answer. And finally, guys, just tell us what your favorite part about being involved in track and field is.
I like having the ability to push myself not only physically but mentally as well. Distance coach PJ Luzzi loves to say that toughness is a mindset. So going out and testing that toughness every single race is really special.
Jaxson, what about you?
Definitely the individuality about it. It's not like a team sport where you have to rely on your peers around you, and there is no blame game. If you don't do well, it's you against you, and sometimes you're just racing the clock. And yet in the relays, there's still that team morale. It's still it's still fun. It's still nice to get out and run with people. But
yeah, and your guys' meets last almost like. How long do your meets last? I know it's a long time.
We were at Bridgeport until we lined up for our last race at Bridgeport at like 11:20.
Yeah, like regionals last year, people were there till like midnight because of like rain delays.
Yeah, so definitely a tough sport. And track and field is so interesting to me because of how diverse it is. You've got short distance, long distance, hurdlers, throwers, high jump, pole vault. It truly is such a unique sport. And like Jaxson said, an individual sport at that within a team sport. So I think that's pretty cool. So, guys, thanks for joining us today. Best of luck in the rest of the season. Jaxson Hall and Sophia Austin of the Grafton High School track and field team. When we come back, as always, we've got the Mountaineer Minute. So stay with us here on the Huddle.
At Quality Machine, we specialize in welding, machining, custom design, and industrial manufacturing. Our team's unparalleled expertise can deliver top-tier solutions for your next project or repair. Need structural steel work or crane and rigging services? We've got you covered. From small jobs to big ideas, Quality Machine is your trusted partner. Experience the quality difference. Quality Machine Company, where industry meets innovation.
Welcome back in. Flea, you know what time it is, man.
Yes, I do. The Mountaineer Minute. Best part of the show, man.
I love this part.
All right, let's start off with WVU baseball. They're hot right now, ranked 25th in the nation. And I'm pretty sure they're ranked like 11th in perfect game rankings.
I think they are.
But they had a really, really good win last night against Pitt. The backyard brawl of baseball, 11-1 victory. What are they now? Their record?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure they've only lost like 3 games.
Right? I think it's 3 or 4. But
I think they're like 23-3.
Because they beat Ohio State the other day. And
you see that catch that outfielder?
Oh, Gizmondi?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, it was really good.
Crazy catch.
This team's playing really well. I'm actually really excited. And I didn't think that WVU baseball would be as good as it is right now.
Yeah.
With after Randy Mazey leaving, I mean, that's a big hole to fill.
He turned this program around, man. I mean, he made WVU baseball what it is today, and we have a good reputation now, and we're getting a lot of good recruits and players.
Coach Saban's doing a great job with the Mountaineer baseball. But the Backyard Brawl series, we destroyed Pitt last night.
Yes, we did.
I mean, destroyed him. So that was a fun one to watch.
Let's move on to the new basketball coach, Ross Hodge. He flew into Morgantown yesterday, actually, after North Texas lost to UC Irvine in the NIT semifinal. I mean, he looked like a passionate coach.
He is. I saw a video of he's out there shaking the fans' hands.
Yeah.
And Ren Baker flew down and picked them up, and they flew back to West Virginia yesterday, and he was at the game.
I'm pretty sure he had a press conference today at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Too. So.
Yeah. So.
Pretty cool there.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy that he can coach North Texas, and then the day after he's just in West Virginia. I mean, that's just done. I think I don't know how I feel about that.
He's working his way around the transfer portal though. I've seen some updates, and I mean, guys have been narrowing down their top 3 schools of West Virginia, so people want to play for this guy, and that's really good for the program.
Yeah, and I hope he does a good job here, but I think he's definitely passionate about what he does, and we're gonna break down his hire maybe in the summer a little more. Talk about that, but should be a good hire.
And then the highlight of the last 3 weeks for us, dude.
Yeah,
Nick Farrell. What an experience that was.
Yeah, so we got to go to the WVU Olympic Coaches Show at Mountain State Brewing in Morgantown, and Nick Farrell was filling in for Andrew Caridi doing that show, and he was supposed to come talk to us. I think back in basketball season, but we never got around to it. So we went and visited with him, and he gave us a lot of good pointers.
Dude, he actually did.
I mean
he wants to talk to us again, so we're doing something right.
I think we're doing a good job, and he wants he just gave us some good interviewing tips and stuff like that. So shout out to you, Nick Farrell. Thank you for meeting with us. That was really kind of him, and Eric Smith as well for setting that up. And for Stitch too.
Stitch, dude. Stitch. I mean, what a guy he was. Dude.
The tech guy there.
The smartest guy I've ever been around.
He's pretty smart. So thank you to him if you're watching. Thanks, Stitch. He showed us some ropes there with that, but about soundboards and stuff. But all right, you got anything else today, Flea?
No,
okay.
I do not.
All right. Well, shout out to MJ Niggemeyer for helping us out with track stats and keeping me updated on that. So I appreciate that for him. And well, thank you guys for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we appreciate your support. Stay tuned for next week. We've got more exciting things to come. I'm Parker Bower. He's Noah Foley. See you soon, everybody. God bless.